Okay, that should be working. Hello, welcome. I am just going to do a little quick stream tonight. It can't be a long one. Got work tomorrow. Well, actually, work and uni tomorrow. It's a long day tomorrow. Wednesdays are always a bit of a long day. But yeah, got some new settings on the go. And I've also learnt some things that I want to try out tonight. So this is what I call Try Out Tuesday. It's not necessarily a regular thing. I just give myself license to try out games that I know I'm not going to be very good at, like Hyperscape last time, although actually I got a lot better than I thought I would, considering that I haven't played a FPS game in over a decade, and that was my first one really in over a decade, so I thought I did rather well, considering. But yeah, last time I had this background music on, and it was skipping whenever I tried to turn it up. Well, it wasn't linked to me turning it up, it was because things were going wrong in the background, so I just ended up having it turned down all the time. I think we've sorted that, so lots of experiments tonight. Firstly, I'm going to see if the music stays stable while I do the gaming and the streaming at the same time. Secondly, and that's why it's only going to be a short stream, I don't need long to establish this really, I suppose. Then what am I going to do? Oh yeah, secondly, I thought last time I had successfully recorded in HD and streamed at a lower resolution because I'm only on ADSL, and I hate calling it bad internet because it's not. For ADSL, it's excellent internet. I get, pretty close to the theoretical maximum. It's just that for uploads, I think Twitch recommends you upload at 3 megabits a second. I can never theoretically even get 3 megabits a second. It makes me kind of sad when you see people saying, "Oh, my internet's so slow today. I've only got 4 megabits today." It's like, yeah, okay, but I know that's slow for what you should obviously get what you pay for. And if you're paying for 20 megabits, you shouldn't be getting 4. That's fair enough. But some of us can only dream of 4 megabits a second. My theoretical maximum is 1.3. In practice, it's normally about 0.9. And last time I was at 750 kilobits, at 0.75 for the stream, except it adds a little bit on for the audio, so it's more like, let's say 0.88, then 0.88. And if my actual realistic throughput is 0.9, that's obviously why the game was complaining, because it was just going latency connection, shouting at me. And my first foray into Hyperscape was also my first very rapid exit, because it just kicked me out of the game. It said, "Sorry, your connection's too slow." And I thought, well, yeah, ADSL's not that slow. ADSL is more than enough for gaming. It's just the streaming and the gaming is the thing. So it'll be a low bandwidth, but hopefully decent stream. I mean, reports back so far from people who were watching it last time. They said, yeah, it was perfectly watchable. So I'm encouraged by that, and tweaked some of the settings again. And yeah, what I'm doing is actually recording in HD this time. Last time I was recording in 480p, the same as the stream was going out. But this time I'm experimenting. So what I will have is a very full hard disk very soon. But there's more hard disks on the way, so that's not so bad. I have to get into the habit of deleting files, I think, once I've finished with them, or at least upload them to YouTube for archiving for myself. I'll edit them into clips and things, but if I just need to get them off the hard disk, I'm probably not going to be using these videos anywhere except YouTube. So, cheers for the follow. Pepperoni as well. Are you a fellow pizza fan? Only because that's my favourite pizza as well. Pepperoni Riboni, have I said that right? But yeah, I am going to play Hyperscape in a bit, in a very short bit. I'm just seeing if the music's stable. And it seems to be, yeah. Last time, basically, when I was trying to do anything, it was just going stuttering. So I changed the software I'm using for the background music. Obviously, Hyperscape does have its own music to a point, but at certain times in the game, it just completely vanished. So I was left there, sort of waiting for it to load, and then filling in the gaps by talking. So I wasn't expecting it to be silent right now, but it is kind of silent. So there we go. So yeah, bear with any skipped frames. Try to say both words at the same time then. Bear with any skipped frames while the game loads up. I'm fine with that. If the only skips I get are during the odd load time, that's great. Because also I'm streaming and gaming off the same PC. It's a 7-year-old PC that I've been gradually retrofitting, and it's a bit like a sort of hybrid of the old and new. It's got a second-hand processor in it, but it's a decent second-hand processor, as in it's gone up from a Core i3 to an i7, which I could never have afforded at the time I built the computer. So this is a weird sort of, it's like I've gone back in time. Ooh, bit of a skip. That's okay. That's just a pause in the music. That's absolutely fine. What it was doing last time was going grrr, and it wasn't very pleasant. So yeah, cheers for joining me, Pepperoni, and feel free to tell me if you'd rather me call you something else other than Pepperoni. I'm going with that for now. I am just doing like a technical test, but it's not a test broadcast. It is a proper stream. It might be short because I've got work tomorrow and uni tomorrow, but it is a proper stream, so you're more than welcome to the stream. And it's not a test. I am testing things. That's what I'm calling Tryout Tuesday. It's kind of gives me a bit of license to experiment with things, experiment with games, and experiment with settings, and so it'll be a more flexible stream then, maybe. Whereas when I do other streams, I'm going to be a little bit more planned. There's nothing wrong with a bit of flexibility, though, is there? Because if you're completely inflexible, things will always, well, not always, things will often go wrong. It's technology after all, and it's good to be flexible to that. But yeah, this is where I know I'm flexible going in. I'm trying new settings out, and yeah. This is just because the game's loading. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, so things are going well. Right, so Hyperscape. It was a technical test up until last Tuesday, and it was 12 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, so over in America. I'm not quite sure what that would have been over here. The game's about to start, so let's see if we can get into... So we can get the actual video up this time, because last time I ended up sort of missing a really good intro video. It does feel a bit like Tron, doesn't it? Now we will get the intro video this time. No, okay, we're straight in. What I'll do is I'll do a stream at some point where I'll reset everything so I get the intro. But yeah, the story so far is that when you get into the game, there's windows in the game that are smashable, and you start off with a baton, and you can smash the windows with a baton. Obviously, that's that's your melee weapon, your default weapon that you start off with. I didn't know what melee meant. Actually, that's not true. I knew the word melee. I didn't know what it meant in terms of FPS games. Because again, remember that it's been about a decade, until last Tuesday, it's been about a decade, at least a decade, since I actually played an FPS game. So this is the baton you start off with. I'm calling it a baton. I don't know if it's got an official name. You can feel free to correct me if it's called something else, but... yeah, and then this is the sort of... This is effectively like this is your 3D menu. You've got... I think there's a store over here. Alright, so... Oh, that's the new section. And then... I don't know what that is. What's quite nice is it's very forgiving here. You can't fall off this. So I used to play Quake 3 a lot back in the day. On Quake 3, if you stepped over that, that's it. You'd be off the edge. And that would be you. That would be it. You also notice the music gets louder. So at first I thought, oh, what's wrong with my volume settings again? But nothing is the answer. It gets louder when you get closer to, and goes in the speakers are backstage back here somewhere. And then this is the main portal into the game. So solo mode's new in the open beta. So open beta, however you prefer to say it, it's free. It's totally free. So if you get onto ubisoft.com, probably, and you want to get this yourself. So the tech test, you had to be watching people's streams to get a drop and things like that. Watching people's streams and getting drops still helps you in the game. You can get some sort of boosts and power-ups and things. Again, I'm learning as I go along here. In theory, drops are enabled on this stream, but I don't know. I don't want to advertise that too much because I've only been on Twitch for a month. I've only been really streaming for a couple of weeks tops, and not very often. I'm aiming for one stream a week. Oh, we're in. Right. Sorry, I didn't just notice. It's just drinking the tea. I didn't know we were actually in game. So this is solo mode now. I've got a squad to help me. But in a sense, that might be... Oh, see, now it's complaining about latency and connection. So this is what caused me last week to have to drop down to 500 kilobits on my stream. But what I learnt since last week is that, in theory, you can change the bitrate while you're streaming, which I didn't know last week. So I ended up coming off stream, changing it, and then kind of coming back. Whereas I could have just gone into the settings and tweaked them as I go along. So let's try that now. If you didn't notice any break there, that's great. That means it was seamless. Ooh. Game's crashed though. Well, that's different. Well, okay. Fair enough. But I changed my settings, but I didn't change them quick enough, clearly. Fine. This is what happened the first time I tried to play Hyperscape last time. It just removed me from the game. So I've dropped my settings down. So hopefully that will now be to Hyperscape's approval. And the stream was still okay when I did that. Obviously, I'm trying to aim for sending as much bandwidth through OBS Studio, which is what I'm using for the actual video stream, as I can. Because that means that you get a better video to watch. But yeah, as I say, if people were asking, I'm a part of UK Twitch streamers group on Facebook, and they're on Discord as well, and that's been really great. Great community there. And they've been asking, what's your niche? Well, seeing as I've been streaming for such a short time, and I've also, it's not like, because people have said, oh, you've been gaming all the rest of the time. No, I really haven't been gaming either. Lockdown is, you know, obviously it's not ideal circumstances, and it's not positive necessarily, but positives have come from it in that. Well, yeah, it doesn't seem to be complaining about latency connection now. So positives have come from it in that I've had a bit more time on my hands. I'm working from home now rather than commuting in every day, and that commuting time you get back for things like hobbies and tinkering with an old PC that you've had sat on a shelf. So this PC has become a bit of a multi-purpose workhorse now. Right, now I don't have to worry about landing next to enemies specifically now, I suppose, because everyone is my enemy. I'm playing a solo game. I also don't have to worry about letting my teammates know where I'm going to land. I'm not anti-team playing, it's just that last time I was so rubbish that I wasn't entirely certain I was helping out the team at all, despite trying my best. And obviously, oh, there's an enemy right next to me now. And obviously, I've learnt that I can melee. Got an enemy right behind me, so I probably don't want to stick around here. Let's go for this then. F to pick up. We have our first elimination. Now that is fun. I got stuck as a ball. One of the games I was playing. Is the stream lagging? Oh no. In what way specifically? That sounds a bit of a rubbish question, possibly, but is it that I'm dropping frames or melee? Come on. Yes. Okay, that I couldn't do last time. Is it like, am I losing frames or is it pixelated and blocky? Do I need to go down a bit in bandwidth, maybe? I mean, I'm also only playing in 30 frames a second, so I don't know if that's making any difference. pepperoni. There's a bit of a drop there, but that drop actually was in the game, as in I've obviously got my broadcast on. Sorry, it's not obvious necessarily. I've got my broadcast on one screen and I've got the game on another screen, and on my game screen there was a dropped frame then. So that was actually a rendering error. I can see the stats now. Frames missed due to rendering and skip frames due to encoding. So I haven't, this is what I haven't tried yet. I haven't tried... Oh, sorry, this is the first time I've tried actually playing the game and recording in HD and streaming at the same time. So it could be that it's just... Yeah, well, that was going to happen. Freezing and unfreezing. Okay, let's have a look. It's not letting me get my mouse out of the game a minute. Alt tab, right. So, frames missed due to rendering lag. Skipped frames due to encoding lag. Recording again. I'll get a sentence out in a minute. Is the frame still dropping? That's very odd. Although I'm missing frames now because of render lag. That's because it's loading the game. So give it a couple of seconds. This may be just the game loading because I'm entering the lobby. I'll drop it back down though. Let's go for 500 peak. So hopefully that'll mean that it'll use less bandwidth when it doesn't need all of it. Because there's no reason it should push full bandwidth for frames where there's not much changing. Yeah, I'm seeing latency on game now. Maybe the game's just busy as well. I'm not sure. It's a combination of things. I'm not saying it's one thing or the other. That's good to know. I've dropped the bitrate again, so it'll give me a better chance, hopefully. I do like the fact you can't just fall off the edge there. Yeah, let's say that's not so bad if it's only in game. Ah, sorry, I shouldn't say that. It's still bad, but it's it means it's not a hardware issue my end or an internet issue. And obviously, those were issues before, is what I'm trying to say. So the more issues I can get rid of, the better. And we have to just eliminate them one by one. But as I say, sometimes the internet is just a bit sort of bleh. Sometimes Twitch is a bit bleh. There was one day where everything was going wrong, and I thought, what is this? What on earth? You know? And it turned out that there was a big Fortnite match that I didn't know anything about. I've downloaded Fortnite to try it, but yeah, I didn't know anything about it, and I just thought, well, why is this stream today so awful and technically, and the stream the other day was absolutely brilliant? You know, what's going on? And it was just that. It's just because there's somebody else here. They've got all the weapons, so if I follow them, I'm going to have a baton. It's going to be Baton Royale instead of Battle Royale again. How's this lag now? When I'm just walking around the map. Because I'm guessing that there'll be a difference when there's lots of people around as well. Maybe that will decrease the latency. When I was watching back the footage from last time, sorry, it'll increase the latency. When I was watching back last times, I don't need to do F for that. Sorry, F is the pickup thing. I'm having to get used to the idea of electing to pick up things rather than just getting them. I'm used to walking into them and, getting them. Right, that's a one shot at a time weapon.
Down to 75 contenders.
What games do I play? So far this one. And I actually have been playing Sonic the Hedgehog as well for a bit of retro. Because my last console was the Sega Master System 2. Now, can I open this? No. Do I melee it? Right. I see. I've got to choose. So a bit of retro gaming was my original plan because I was waiting on a graphics card to arrive. And that's finally arrived. So I can actually play stuff that's a bit more meaty, whereas before... meaty, pepperoni, sorry. But yeah, I was struggling before, so I just thought I'll just play a bit of Sonic the Hedgehog then, just to test out this whole streaming lark. I can see them. Oh, what? Might have to use my teleport, I think. Oh, I didn't teleport anywhere. Invisibility then. Ooh, that was a close one. Still is. Very much. Ah. He jumped. So he slammed, and I didn't see him land again. Best I've done so far, though. Used to play, as I say, Quake 3 back in the day, a bit of Half-Life as well. I like the fact that there's a new Half-Life out with the VR glasses, VR goggles and things. Half-Life Alyx, I think it's called. I was talking to somebody in a stream the other day, and they'd actually been part of the development of it, which is pretty awesome. Damn. And yeah, I had a Game Boy before that. This is like the proper black and white Game Boy with Tetris and Lemmings and things like that. And but yeah, I don't know why. I used to play games with a friend in college. We used to go around and play Toka 2 touring cars and things like that. The frame drop's only in the game, but in the loading screen, the frame drop stops. So yeah, it's something to do with rendering, isn't it? But what I don't know is if it's lag because of the internet connection, or if it's because I'm using the same graphics card for doing the encoding. Maybe. I mean, I'm not seeing it going... I'm seeing, like, not whole frame drops, but the players stuttering, moving around. I thought might just be internet lag. I'm not sure. In which case, it could just be because I'm trying to stream and play at the same time over ADSL. May just be a limitation that I have to live with for now until I can get cable. But fibre. But that's going to be months away. Even if I could get it like that, I'm with ADSL for the foreseeable. Say months away, because I just haven't. It's not so much that I can't do it. It's just I don't feel like I've got the heart to do it now, because the company that I'm with, it says, well, all companies are saying the same. Yeah, see, latency. This is. So what I wonder is if it's not frame drop specifically. There is the odd frame drop when it's loading, but now the latency is all over the place. Okay. Let's try lowering the peak bit rate again. This doesn't go above 400. Let's see if that makes any difference. Again, it's just unfortunately that might make the stream a bit more blocky, but hopefully less laggy in game. Because again, I suppose I know I said we solve one problem at a time. I've got to sort of cause one problem to solve the other one in this case, because I've got to lower my streaming bandwidth. See latency again? No, it's just... And it's going to chuck me out of the game if I have too much latency. How are we doing now? It's not good, see. I might just have to pick and choose when I try this game out, perhaps. So I got a feeling this is more to do with internet speed. Now, at least. Yeah. It wasn't before, so no, everything you've said has really helped, because I don't want to ever sound like, oh yeah, no, it wasn't that all along. No, it very much was. A combination of things, because I was testing out new settings, but those look like nanoleafs there. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm stuck with a bat on. Again. So you can shoot at me all you like with that stupidly big weapon. What if I do a slam? What's that? Oh, that's good. Well, that got me away from you, at least. Not you, Pepperoni, the person in the game. How are we doing now? Is that improving things a bit? Because I'm not seeing so many latency warnings now, at least. So there's that.
Warning. Sectors will soon be
I'm
collapsing.
going to get a weapon. Yes.
Now we're talking.
Now we are talking. Yeah, right, game. Bit of armour. Can't get that. Sorry. Let's get a bit more armour. I mean, if there's no lag happening, if there's no lag and skip frames happening when there's nobody else around, and there is when there are other people around, which we didn't know for certain, because the last couple of games there were always people around, so we couldn't really tell the difference, could we? But now there's nobody else around. If the there's a bit of a skip there, just 'cause I turned around very
Down to
quickly.
75 contenders.
Then we might be alright. Hardware wise, at least. I think the problem is there's lots of weapons in this where they might be very useful if your aim was any good. I'm trying to improve my aim with a game called Aim Lab, which is sort of a game, I suppose. It's like a practice game. But it's really good, Aim Lab. I really wish Aim Lab had been around in the days of Quake 3. Well, my computer would never have run it, is the reality. But it does help tremendously. Low gravity's fun. Yeah, that's a good plan. Playing Doom 'cause it doesn't need the internet. I mean, yeah, again, to a much lesser extent, same with Sonic. That was the advantage there, was that I could ramp up my stream bandwidth to as high as it would go. Oh, I got a chance for another weapon there if I hadn't just flown straight over it. Where was it? Dash. It's there somewhere.
Be aware of your location, contenders. Sectors are starting to collapse.
Yeah. I don't think I played Doom. I knew of it, of course, but I think I had Doom. So that's what's great about retro gaming, is that you get to go back in time in a way and play games that you didn't have the first time round, and everybody else had. I know. I've been watching loads of YouTube videos about people who never had an Amiga growing up. I had an Amiga second-hand years and years after everybody else, but when I used to play on friends' computers, I had a friend who had an Amiga, so I got a chance to play that. Oh, here we go. Where's he gone? Slammed. I've got a slam as well. And yeah, so some people, a bit like me with Max, some people just have never seen an Amiga, never played an Amiga, and they were talking about getting to play Amiga retro games that they never played because they missed out on their friends who were Amiga people and they were a PC person, vice versa. So, yeah. I think that's the problem with lag as well, is that when there's other people around and it slows down, it means that I get worse. Maybe I should play a team game. Maybe I'll be better at that. But, well, the good news so far is that there's a lot less... There's a bit now because it's loading. But there's a lot less skipped frames, my end, on the computer itself. So, yeah, I think it might just be the internet tonight, unfortunately. I think you're right. But in general, is it okay in terms of being watchable? I mean, I know that my stream being on ADSL is never ever going to match. Alright, my keyboard was out of game again. So I'm fully aware it's never going to match up to, say, Thor, who I was watching play Hyperscape the other day, and he's streaming in 1080p, 60 frames a second. It looks fantastic. I'll never get that. Really, I want to be streaming in 25 frames a second just to claw back a little bit of extra bandwidth, but my webcam likes it better if I stay in 30 frames a second. Because it starts skipping frames if I'm in 25 frames a second. It's like it's not so much skipping frames, it just falls out of sync with itself. Because to be fair, it's a cheap webcam. It's only 20 quid. It's doing brilliantly as far as I'm concerned. But one of the minor catches is that if you try and run it in 25 frames a second, it really wants to run in 30. You end up with skips. So Pepperoni saying I recommend Minecraft for you to play. Yeah, I played a free version on my phone. I am tempted. I've seen a couple of people streaming Minecraft. There was like a Dungeons and Dragons-y type Minecraft. I can't remember what it was called now. And that converted somebody who wasn't into Minecraft at all into really liking that particular variant of it. And I guess, well, yeah, you get to do a lot more in a sense. I mean, first-person shooter is all well and good, but it's in the name, really. All you have to do is go... I mean, yeah, this is a lot more diverse. You've got lots of different power-ups, hacks they're called, to pick up, and lots of different weapons. If you pick up the same weapon more than once, it gives you an upgrade of that weapon, so in theory you can do that up to 5 times. So, there's lots of diversity to it, but the aim of the game is kind of simple. If I beat you with the baton, I will laugh. Give me that weapon. Ah. But I just got the weapon a bit sooner. But yeah, I mean, Minecraft lets you actually build stuff, and it's the ultimate combination in a way of an actual game you can play and building stuff, whereas there's lots of games that involve building stuff and world building and Sims-esque games, but there's a bit of action as well. Yeah, Minecraft Dungeons. Is it actually called Dungeons? And I didn't realize. I was watching the stream. I didn't realize what it was called. And yeah, it looked really good. It makes sense that it was called Minecraft Dungeons, really, doesn't it? It does make a lot of sense. Am I gonna give in to this torture again of this game? I don't know. At least I'm getting some shots off this time, whereas last time I couldn't even get the enemy in the crosshairs, so I must be improving. I reckon what I should say to myself is, because I know this, I said this was going to be a short stream, so cheers for joining me. I'm going to have to finish fairly soon, so maybe we should set a time limit. Let's say, oh, are you in the UK, by the way? I meant to ask. If not, I was just curious which time zone you're in, because yeah, it's just gone 11 PM here from the Nemasphere. And tomorrow's a bit of a long day, so I'm probably going to set a time limit to myself of 11:30, let's say. Just to finish this test off. Half test, half real stream. I mean, it is a real stream. There's a bit of a skip there, but that was just in game again. So I gunned for the map. Let's go for voltaic lot then. Yeah, I'll end the game when I get my first kill. I don't have to win the game. Just first success in that regard I'd be quite happy with. In that regard, why am I talking in such weird ways in the game? Ooh, hovered for a bit then. That was quite fun. Not sure why I was. Oh, weapons under here. Well, that's the shortest time to weapon. The official stat is time to kill, but. Now, is this a single shot, Dewberry? Oh, here we go. Yeah, well, of course. Wasting my time there a bit. It's quite cool that you can bounce around as a ball. That'll only last so long though.
Warning. Sectors will soon be collapsing. Down to 75 contenders.
Oh, crumbs. Oh, that was so close. 5:04. Gosh, yeah. What, in the morning? Or in the afternoon? Oh, I felt like I was close then. I felt like I was really close. 70th place disagrees, but... Deal damage? Well, I dealt some damage. But I got loads of... Oh, I can't get an assist, of course. I'm not playing team. I did get a couple of assists last game. Ooh. Come on, I can feel myself getting better now. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I mean, also I've got to be fair on myself. Second time playing this game. The last time I played it was the first time I played an FPS in over a decade. So.
Welcome, contender. We're playing solo Crown Rush. It's up to you and your wits to survive all.
I do like the double jump. That's quite cool. So there's vault as well in theory. So. Yeah. So it's with triple tapping on that jump. So first jump, second jump. I don't know how you enable the vault actually. Yeah. Whether that's something you can only do if you've got a power up, a hack. I'm not sure. Come on, let's go. Go, 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 go. Right. Oh, the other thing I've done since last time I played this as well is I know they say bad worker blames their tools, but genuinely my mouse is on its way out. So last time I was just like, why is it not firing every time? Well, it's because the mouse button wasn't firing every time. In a literal sense, I only realised when I was doing work, and it was just like, what's going on? And ending up highlighting bits of work randomly and being unable to drag things, you know. And it was just really frustrating. So now I've swapped mice. I've got another mouse on the way actually, because I'm borrowing this mouse off something else. But this mouse actually is too far the other way. It's too easy to click on things. You know, I'm just trying to like scroll the middle mouse button and clicking it at the same time type of thing. I've got somebody right behind me, have I? Don't know. Also got to build up a bit of muscle memory for where the keys are, because I couldn't find the F key before. And I touch type. But you're not touch typing when you're gaming, are you, I guess? You shouldn't be. I used to be when I was playing Quake.
First strike.
That was half of the problem, really. I'd end up going to send a message. Taking both hands off. One hand off the mouse, one hand off the keyboard. Putting them both in the home position for typing. can hear somebody. There. Well, running is wise, yes. I'm not necessarily your most threatening of enemies.
Beware of your location, contenders. Sectors are starting to collapse.
Alright, stopped again. Sorry I'm picking on this person, but... well,
75 contenders left. 75
dealt some
left in
damage,
Real
but
Arcadia.
they've gone. I just felt like I had a bit of a chance of actually getting them. That sounds really mean, doesn't it? Well, it's not mean, it's the game. That's what the game's supposed to be about. Ooh, I hear somebody. Oh, that's the new one. Shall I try it?
Got to keep my hands busy.
This is meant to be the brand new weapon to the game.
Be alert, contenders. A sector has collapsed.
Ah, I actually got a hit then. Ooh, so did they. So did they.
The viewers
They went
have
invisible.
chosen the reveal event.
All right. Disney work, man.
I didn't need to do reveal if people have chosen. No, I haven't played Apex Legends, but I've downloaded it. There's loads of these games that I've downloaded. I just haven't got around to actually playing. The reason I started playing this one was just because I thought there was a time limit, and well, there was. When we had the what was it called, the tack test, but pretty much, you know, like a week after. Is it a couple of days after we've got the public beta, so we can play it again? But yeah, I am planning to play a bit of Apex Legends. I've watched a couple of streams of that as well.
Sectors will soon be collapsing.
No, I want to keep this harpy. It's quite good. It's quite rapid fire. Got half a chance with this. Let's see, anybody out there? Probably be somebody behind me now. That's what happened last time as well. That's the danger of camping. 1, it's frowned upon. 2, there could be somebody behind you, but I'm making the most of it right now just because my mouse mat slipped. Rubbish excuse, I know. But yeah, I've got Apex Legends lined up to play, and like I say, a lot of these games I just couldn't play because it's not so much that I was looking for a better graphics card. I needed a graphics card, full stop. Because this computer that I've been building up didn't have one. It had the integrated graphics, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to see anything on the screen. Did I get any hits then at all? No, they've run.
Watch out for collapsed sectors.
Octane, is that a part of Apex Legends or a different game? Bear in mind, I'm like somebody, I said the other day, in terms of gaming, I'm like somebody who's just discovered that the video recorder has been invented. Put it that way. So I don't mean to. I don't mean to sound daft. I don't mind sounding daft. Sound daft a lot of the time, but yeah, is that like a part of Apex Legends, or is it a separate game? So I'll have a look at that one again. So it's only a modest graphics card, but it's a it's a good modest graphics card. Oh, here we go. It's up there. Ah, well, yeah, you knew we had a one-shot wonder of a weapon. So he knew he could get me if I stayed still, so he sort of snuck off, got himself ready. Or herself, shouldn't assume. I think it was him in terms of the character. Maybe I'm okay saying that. Got themselves. Oh, Octane is the character in Apex. Okay, yeah, I will give it a go. Just have to decide when to do that. I think the weekend's probably a better time to do a stream. It's just that I haven't done stream for a while. I wanted to do a test. I got a list of things that I'd written down on my phone that I wanted to test tonight, and yeah, I've managed those. And so currently, that's probably going to stop again. I think it's just going to stop while it's loading. Now that might be, might not, but that might be because everything is loading off the same hard disk. It's just the hard disk it came with. I wasn't messing about when I built this computer. It's got a 2 terabyte hard disk, but I've later discovered that the 2 terabyte hard disk is not the fastest variety. And again, I don't need the fastest drive or anything. It's not that. It's just that it's not so much that it's not the fastest. It's the slowest access drive you could possibly have bought. So in terms of having a nice archive drive to hand, it'll be great. But in terms of loading the game, the operating system, the music, and trying to record all on the same drive, really, I'm pushing this. I'm pushing this to its limits intentionally to give it a bit of an experiment. But there are new hard drives on the way, so I was waiting for a month for this graphics card to arrive. I was expecting it within a few days, and it took a month. Now I've ordered the hard drives from the same company. I was quite happy for those to take at least a month. They're arriving tomorrow. So, just the way it goes, I suppose. But yeah. So what the plan is there is that the games will be loading from a separate drive to the operating system, and I'll be recording onto a different drive. So then, at least if there is any lag, I can be more sure that it is due to something else, whether it's the internet
Here's something.
or whether
Good to
it
keep my hands
is.
busy. May have to give this a whirl.
Good to have a heal. Excuse me. What does it say? Whether it's something else. And is this a one-shot weapon? I think it is. Can't you see anybody? Never play on PC, only on PS4. Yeah, again. I could get my original Sega Master System. I've just been using an emulator for now. It's in the house somewhere. Sister's got an Xbox, the original one, not a 360 or anything like that. Or is it a 360? I think it is the 360. But I've never actually played that.
Sectors are about to collapse.
Come on, then.
Right, am I? Nah. I'm too slow to react to the weapon being out of ammo. I'm not used to this. I'm used to auto-switching weapons. And it doesn't. It just lets you go, come on. And me blaming the mouse. No, it was actually the mouse last time. But, yeah, that does mean you, obviously you're playing the game on dedicated hardware then, so that means it runs a lot better. Again, even this is an experiment, streaming and playing games on the same computer. Because it's definitely possible, and it's definitely possible on a budget. But yeah, as I say, I think the internet is contributing somewhat. Like I say, if there's any frame, yeah, I can see them dropping. So this is just when it's loading. So again, hopefully, lots of theories and lots of experiments going on here. Hopefully, having the separate hard disks will fix this particular frame dropping issue, because obviously it's trying to load from the hard disk and it can't then store the frames. So I guess it's trying to store them in memory or something. I don't know.
It's every contender for themselves.
What have we got? 17 minutes past. So a couple more games then, I think. So what other streams have you watched, Pepperoni? What sort of things do you usually watch? And do you watch the same things you play as well? Because I found there's streams I watch of people playing games that I'd actually probably not even enjoy playing myself, but I enjoy watching them playing. So I admire their skill playing it. I don't know. don't know if you can admire my lack of skill playing this, but there we are. But yeah, hopefully you're getting an insight into this. It's a pretty good game. I've come back. I haven't been put off after the first go. So,
Get ready to deploy.
Itchy knows now. Of course. Yeah, that was latency. So that was in-game latency. I think, yeah, it's just possibly because other people are doing things on the internet at the same time.
Contenders.
Didn't think of that. Oh, well, maybe I'm the other person thinking about it. It's in my... No, my phone Wi-Fi's off. Could be that my tablet's still on upstairs, pinging the Wi-Fi or something. Ooh, connection. Yeah. No, this feels more general. Because I'm at such a low bitrate streaming that it shouldn't be mattering that much now, at least. You know, before, as I say, we didn't know. No, I think now it's... Oh gosh, now it's definite. The connection. Yeah, connection's going red.
May have to give this a whirl.
One down.
Much more of that happens, I'm going to get chucked out of the game. We will persevere for now. Thought I had somebody coming up behind me then, but it was me. No, it is somebody else. Gonna get off there then. I'm leaving myself out in the clear here.
Now we're talking.
Warning.
This is all right.
Sectors will soon be collapsing.
Here we go. Right, so we've got to get out of these sectors before they collapse. Here's the plan. Oh! Somebody smashed a window behind me. There's people close. So you've got the... Stream says error, now it's back. Yeah, I think... Yeah. I think that's what the experiment's tending towards, is that the internet's just being a bit meh. It's nice. Because as I say, I'm streaming at such a low bitrate that it shouldn't be making such a huge difference. And it's skipping in. Now the game is going worse and worse as the night goes on, so maybe it's just the time. I'd find this... Oh, that's mine. Dash.
Warning. Watch out for collapse.
That's good to know what they do, because that's what they're meant to do. So basically, if somebody drops a mine, it hovers towards you. Not great for me, but great to see what it does. Let's swap the heal for the wall, I think. The wall's not particularly
The viewers have
useful to
chosen
me
the
right now.
infinite ammo event.
I don't know how to use it very well. What have we got? This one's about to collapse. Definitely somebody behind me. Definitely somebody behind me. Yeah, I can't see them.
Be aware of your location, contenders. Sectors are starting to collapse.
Right, so I've got some
The infinite ammo event is ending.
ammo. I'm now full. Hey, I've got the best chance I've ever got. Let's not waste it. Any problems on the stream, or are we okay now? Ooh, here we go. Somebody up there.
50 contenders left.
Somebody right behind me, isn't there? Following me up the stairs. So we have to double back at some point. Where have they gone? Wasted the heal a bit there. Well, this sector's in a state of collapse. cool.
Danger.
Let's have a look around. Get a bit touristy. See where people are at least. Can't see anybody. They'll be able to see me. And sneak up behind me. Right, okay, that world is off limits there. Oh, there's somebody over there. Why are they going into there?
Sectors are about to collapse.
Come on. Dash. Oh, here we go.
You're a bad shot. Yeah, right.
Oh, come on, I'm so close. I had armor, I had heal, I had a good weapon. Close, close, close. Well, more damage. Yeah, okay. Cool, cool. Right, last match then. To give you advanced warning. But yeah, no, I really appreciate you sticking around, Pepperoni, and hope you'll join me again. I'm not going this instant. I'm also going to raid somebody as well, because I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that every time I stream. You know, right now it's something I'm also practicing doing just because I didn't know how to do it before, but now I'm sort of because we've got and I didn't know who to raid. I mean, but now there's this nice community going with UK Twitch streamers. I tend to have a look around, see if anybody from there is online, and hopefully you will enjoy their stream as well. And I think that's just nice. It's a bit like recommending a record to someone, isn't it? You know, it's not necessarily that you may like it, you may not, but if somebody recommends you a record, you're more likely to like it than just having a random stream pop up and not really knowing what's going on. Quite often with a raid, I don't think there's unless I've had to actually physically go off my computer for some reason because I've got to head out to do some shopping or whatever. I don't think there's ever been a raid where I haven't stuck around for a bit actually and enjoyed it. So I hope that I am as good a raider as that. I don't know. But again, we'll see. We'll see who's online when I drop out of this. Okay, last match. Can we end on just one kill? That's all I want. One. Button say I'm not fast. Oh, I just realised. I'm in the bottom corner. Is that an issue? Me being in the bottom corner? Because I can jump up there and then you can see the health things then. I've only got 2 modes enabled, but those are my 2 modes. I've tested those as well now. And there's a bit of stutter in there as well. Seems like in-game lag again. I think this might have been a mistake. I can see an enemy right next to me. So let's not go into that same building, because there won't be any weapons there.
Strike one from the board.
Anything in here? Some armor. Armor and ammo.
Here's something.
Okay, maybe last but one game. Just need to give myself a chance to actually do something. Yeah. Whoever that was.
Why not?
Teleport might be useful. I heard somebody then. Somebody coming up the stairs.
Be aware of your location, contenders. Sectors are starting to collapse.
Where the heck are you? Oh, you can do invisibility in this game as well. So they're Probably
Down to
invisible.
75 contenders.
So that would explain why you can hear footsteps and you can't see anybody. Okay. Yeah, I actually got a shot off then, didn't I? That actually counted for... Oh, crumbs. Here we go.
Feel this the one's one.
I think I was locked on then. I need to heal.
Contenders.
Uh,
Sector has collapsed.
They missed. It's not
well, I survived a bit better. It doesn't help if I stay in the clear though, is it? Right, come on. I'm shouting at myself here. Need more heal.
Have chosen the cooldown accelerator event.
Yeah, now I'm getting latency. I'm getting pings. I think when lots of people are firing and things, that's what's happening. It's just, again, exactly the same used to happen in Quake. Lots of people were doing lots of things, then just slowed down for everybody. I don't know what these things are. But that's part of the cooldown accelerator event. I don't know what you're meant to do with them.
Warning. Sectors will soon be collapsing. 50 contenders on the board.
The weapon would be handy.
The
I mean, this is a great weapon to have,
cooldown
but
is ending.
a rapid fire one might be nice. One that didn't take so long to reload. Oh, just couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything. Okay, one more. This is the danger now. I can't do like my old college days and stay on forever. But my match rank is going up. I've just got to get just one point. That's all I'm asking for. That's the thing, yeah. I mean, yeah, I can't argue with this game not requiring skills. Gosh. At least enemies are moving around a bit slower now. I had experienced gamers telling me, an experienced gamer I was watching my stream, and he was saying, yeah, they move around very fast. It's not just you. Thank God for that, because I thought, yeah, I can cope with being bad, but I mean, I feel terrible at this. What's going on? But it's literally just everybody's moving so fast. So I don't know whether they've slowed that down. I presume they must have. It's not. They're not just slowing down because of lag. I think that they are slowing down.
We're playing solo Crown
So
Rush.
it's just too fast. I mean, you know, literally, I'd fire a shot, they'd be on the top of my head. I was like, what? That's quite a nice move as well. You can sort of do a drop and slide. The stream stopped. Oh gosh. Is it back now though? It just took a long time to load then for some reason. That's not good because the stream should keep going. But maybe fiber's the only option. But again, that's months away.
Fortune favors the bold.
Or at least it's not going to happen overnight. Put it that way. It's going to take at least a week, even if I got it tomorrow. And then I might be without the internet, so it's probably best to time it for when I can be without internet. Oh, this is, yeah, no, this is lagging in game as well for me. This isn't just on stream.
something. Yeah, right. It's not that all you got.
Strike one from the board.
heal. I thought I had invisibility. Somebody hit me from behind then. So these things don't have to be exact with your aim, I suppose. But they're not very good at close range. Missed out on those.
Got to keep my
Get
hands
that right
busy.
back. Just do me some good. Come on, just one.
Sectors are about to
I'm only
collapse.
asking for one. Come on. Just one nice fair, not giveaway, not too easy. Black screen. Yeah, no, I'm not getting that on my end. That's not good, is it? So I'll have another tweak of the settings. And yeah, the only way for me to change some of the settings. Oh, that's my first upgrade. Hopefully I get a chance to use it.
Bad boy.
So this is now the same weapon but upgraded.
Warning. Watch out for collapsed sectors.
Yeah, I know. Watching out for enemies right now. Collapsed sectors are the secondary priority.
The viewers have chosen the haste event.
I do like the scenery in this game though. So is that what they've done? They've slowed down the general game. And then created a haste event where everybody goes at insane speed. Right, fair enough. So yeah, that makes me think they have changed it. Pretty sure haste used to be a thing in Quake as well. But yeah, what I'm going to try and do is put the encoding on a different process to the graphics cards. The graphics card's only handling one of the streams, not both. Oh, yeah, I really don't need that.
Warning. Sectors will soon be collapsing.
Getting better at the melee though.
The haste event is ending.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's set it for me as well. She probably lost me for a second there as well. I've also got stream delay on, which I thought would help, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's better for me to not have stream delay on. Which is something in theory I could change now, actually. I don't know, no, maybe not. Because then you'd lose 5 seconds. And of course, the stream delay is being stored to the hard disk, and I'm also doing recording on the. Yeah, okay. So by putting a stream delay in and making the stream dependent on the hard disk, which I probably shouldn't.
Danger.
So, note to self. Need to get out of this sector or it's going to
A sector has collapsed.
start losing me health.
Come on then.
See what's happening there? Alright. I'm trying to get there.
Come at me, I dare you. Is that all you
I don't really need to lose any health. It will recharge slowly. Oh, the heal as well. It's not going to happen in this game, is it? Right, let's see if I can change that setting. Tonight, rather, I should say. Come on, get out. Settings. Right, you may lose me briefly, but then hopefully I will return without a delay. Well, it gives me an excuse for one more. Just one more. Now this will have to be the last one. Any luck? So what I've done now is I've taken off the stream delay. So oh no, it's not changed it. Okay, right. I'll have to test that out next time then. Yeah, there was a frame drop there. I think this is, again, just loading delay again.
Welcome, contender. We're playing solo Crown Rush. It's up to you and your wits to survive all other contenders.
Yeah, oh gosh, look. Latency, connection all over the place. Oh, I can't lower my stream bitrate anymore. I'll basically be a single pixel, come on. Okay, just have to try it on a different night. I mean, maybe just it's open beta now. When it was the tech test, there were less people on. They've already talked about it in Australia, haven't they? They've put a new server online, maybe the UK is next. Because people were complaining about latency issues there. So yeah, that was a major flaw last time. I just thought if I kept him in view and kept firing, I'd be alright, but yeah. I do need to move when I shoot, so it's harder for them. But then if I move, my aim goes off. That's my excuse. I'll get better. Also, I'm playing on a low profile keyboard right now. I've ordered a new keyboard as well, which will have higher keys. It wasn't specifically for gaming, it was so that I could type better, but I was having to order the hard disks anyway and pay for postage, so I sort of tacked on a new keyboard and mouse. And birthday's coming up, so that's my excuse. But it should be a lot easier as well. Like holding the shift key down to run really hurts on this keyboard. Even though this is a really nice keyboard for typing on. So I said I've got it for typing, but actually this is a nice enough keyboard for typing. It's just, as with any low profile keyboard, it's sort of harder on your fingers, even if it's nice for short duration typing. It's really nice because you don't have to move the keys so far, obviously. Ooh, lag. Right. I've got a single shot weapon again. Out of ammo. Well, melee mode then. Huh. No, I'm back to... I got no ammo, man. Give me a chance. Well, at least they're out of ammo as well on that weapon. I just think I'm a crazy person there. Hey, at least I survived longer. Theory proved. Moving around makes it harder for them to kill me. I mean, I knew that, but there we are. That's my proof of the theory. Theory and experiment. Survived longer. Do we try one more? Yeah, no, I know you lost me there. That's just I'm switching back and forth. Should have stabilized now. He says, even the music stopped. Yeah, that's a boat, I think, for now. But that's been good. Won't even let me come out of the game now. Too busy loading the lobby. Right. Okay, so let us have a look for somebody to raid. Oh, it's still. Yeah, it's because the game was closing. Okay, right. So, who have we got? Who's on? Nobody from the UK ones. I'm not only UK based. There's other people I follow as well, but that's my first protocol as UK Twitch streamers because Trying to give it back to them, but none of them are online. So what we've got is we've got Thor actually. So Thor is the stream I was watching when I got my drop for the tech test. So actually, if you enjoyed watching this Hyperscape stream, then you will enjoy Thor. He's very good at it. He gets guests on to play Hyperscape as well, and it's in a blissful, non-skipping, non-frame dropping 1080p 60 frames a second. So let's head over to there, I think. So yeah, cheers for joining me, really appreciate it. Cheers for the follow, and I will be back at some point either this week or next week. It's almost certainly going to be after 9 o'clock, so what was it, 5:40 when it was about 10:40 for me, presumably. So yeah, about 4 o'clock your time. That's when I'm most likely to be on, at least then, because I'll finish work, I'll have some food, watch a bit of TV, do a bit of streaming. I haven't decided what the weekend is going to be like yet, but like I said, my aim so far is start small, don't overload, as I've read and watched all about Twitch burnout being a very real thing, and that would be if I was doing this full time. I'm not. This is very much going to stay as a hobby for now, so it's it's just what I'm doing with my extra time, curiosity, learning lots of stuff, and it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, let's go and see what Thor's doing on his stream, and he does like in really long streams as well. So yeah, you'll probably get to a point where you'll be the one that has to duck out of this stream, not me. See you. Cheers for joining me.